at 6.
Good evening, I'm Meredith Grebois. It's called a gated community, but tonight there are new concerns about how residents of Fluvanna County's Lake Monticello neighborhood get in and out of the community. Tara Nurin has more.
Reed Benedict has spent his entire weekend fighting a crusade.
They didn't ask me, and I'm an owner.
The Lake Monticello resident has launched a petition drive. Why? Because he and all of his neighbors must put a barcoded sticker on their cars. The sticker replaces a card system that opens the security gates.
If you ride with another couple that doesn't live on the lake, once they gain access through the normal processes, and you go out to dinner, for example, and want to come back, you're forced to use the main gate, or now the turkey sack gate. There's 3 other gates. If you live by one of those that are closer, you can't go in that way.
Benedict says about 450 people have signed the petition, asking lake directors to keep the old system and the new one. But Lake Monticello's manager says the sticker prevents many security breaches.
One of the problems we've had is that magnetic cards can be passed around to unauthorized people. They can be stolen, and they are available for a price in high school arenas and so forth. And by having it vehicle specific, then we solve a lot of those problems.
It's been kind of a hassle because they didn't really seem to say too much to us to let us know that this was all happening. It was kind of put on us.
Well, I think it's needed to upgrade the gate system. A lot of times the card readers go out.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion about how school buses will get into the community. Some school officials say the stickers are going up here on the window, but others say that's too high for the scanners to read, so they'll have to go here on the paint. And Lake Monticello authorities are still working on perhaps the most pressing question of all, and that's how is the pizza guy going to get in? At Lake Monticello, Tara Nurin, Dateline 29 News.
And lake officials are still working with motorcycle and other vehicle owners who do not have driver's side windows to display that sticker. Those owners say they don't want the sticker to ruin the paint job. 2 months after highway crews installed a pair of high-tech signs along I-81, drivers have yet to read their first message. The 16-ton variable message boards straddle the interstate on both sides of Stanton, one for northbound drivers and one for those traveling south. VDOT says one of the signs must still be connected with telephone lines, and both of them fully tested.
After that, VDOT is anticipating the signs will stay black until they are needed for specific traffic information for motorists. We don't want to oversensitize the public to the signs being lit up. So when you do see the signs lit up, that's going to be something new, and it will catch your eye, and hopefully the message then will get to you.
The signs should be online in about a month. They will alert drivers to adverse weather conditions, accidents, and other potential traffic hazards. Charlottesville City Council hopefuls are starting to weigh in on heavy election issues. At a forum last week, 8 candidates addressed topics ranging from how the mayor should be selected to the controversial living wage campaign. The future of the city's school system also drew a lot of attention.
At one time, teachers were required to make home visits. I made them. I had to account for knowing all of my parents and the children. And I say, maybe we need to go back. So be it. But whatever it takes, the school should be open for parents and students, and it should be user-friendly.
In the 5th grade, half of the students entering the school at Walker Upper Elementary read below grade level. Half. We need the community to put together with the City Council. The City Council has been generous. As you all know, 60% of our resources go to support the school system. We need more of the community help. We need more of City Council's help to make sure that the steps that are being taken now are continued.
So far, there are at least 9 candidates vying for 3 open seats on the council. The election will be held in May. Albemarle County wants input from residents of the Esmont neighborhood about how to spend $500,000. That's the amount of cash donated this week to help build a park across from Yancey Elementary School. Plans for the park already include basketball and tennis courts, a baseball field, and a playground. But county planners want public input too during a meeting set for Thursday at 7.
The neighborhood meeting on February 10th is really a verification process. The master plan for the park was developed with initial input from the residents, but now that we're getting close to construction, it's really a chance to relook at those things that the neighbors told us were important and make sure that's still what they want to see as the park becomes a reality.
Construction on the park is slated to begin in the late fall and should take about a year. For more information about this week's public forum, call Albemarle's Parks and Recreation Department at the number on your screen. That's 804-296-5844. We hope to live long and healthy lives, and new technology can help us do that. But up next, scientists say living longer doesn't necessarily mean you'll have the quality of life you desire. And in sports, the National Hockey League held its 2000 All-Star Game in Toronto. Gary will have those highlights, and John's in the Weather Center now. He's got a preview of the forecast.
Folks, as a seasonal February weekend draws to a close, we now want to know what's coming up for the upcoming work week. We'll answer that question and much more after the break. Stay with us.
Everywhere I go in America, everywhere I've gone on this fantastic journey so far, people walk up to me with pictures of their children and say, "Governor, I want my child to look at the White House and to be proud of what he or she sees." I believe it's important for America to have confidence in their leadership. I think it's really important for moms and dads to be able to point to the White House and say, that person has brought honor and dignity to the office.
At the Little Gym, children have fun as they learn the skills and develop self-esteem. The Little Gym offers developmental programs for children from 4 months to 12 years old in a non-competitive environment. Parent-child classes, gymnastics, karate, and sports prep classes help build agility, fitness, confidence, and coordination. The Little Gym also offers birthday parties and parent survival nights. Call the Little Gym today for a free trial visit and program schedules.
When it comes to service, we take it personal. You see, we're small enough to remember your name, but we're also big enough to handle all your financial needs, no matter how they grow. Albemarle First Bank, your community bank, member FDIC.
If you want your car to pass its daily test, come to a place with a track record of great service, low prices, and nationwide warranties. Come to Meineke.
At Meineke, you won't pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
You'll always get a lot at Meineke. Come on. Like quality brake service for Meineke's great low price. For the stopping power you need, make sure your next stop is Meineke.
At Meineke, you won't pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
We got a dog for the kids. Okay, so I became attached.
Dad!
So my wife called it obsessive. I just wanted the perfect food for my dog. Talked to the vet, talked to the breeder, read books. Okay, 2 words. Go shopping. That's how I found Purina One brand lamb and rice formula. First ingredient, lamb. I think we found our dog food. Me, obsessive? I don't think so. Purina One, second to none.
Another NBC February event. Tonight at a special time, 8, 7 Central. It wasn't enough to switch places.
You want to take his face and mine?
They switched faces.
I torched all the evidence that proves you're you.
A cop. A killer.
It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
John Travolta, Nicolas Cage, Gina Gershon.
What a predicament.
The network television premiere. Face Off. Tonight at a special time, 8, 7 Central.
John's here now with weather, and it was definitely a little warmer today. I said to you earlier, I didn't have to wear my hat when I took out my dog today, so I knew that it definitely was a little warmer.
It felt warmer, well, because we didn't have that breeze, as you were mentioning earlier, which was nice, too. So, and we did have temperatures a few degrees warmer in some spots, a few degrees cooler in others. So, it wasn't a bad day. Let's go outside and see what's happening. As of the 6 o'clock hour, skies here in Charlottesville are fair. 41 the current number outside. 38% humidity. Winds now out of the southwest, as they have been since about early this afternoon, and barometer falling at 30.28. Valley conditions right now, 38 the current number. Fair skies there as well. 45% humidity, southwest winds, and falling barometer there as well. As far as the almanac page for us for today, 45 and 25, pretty much right on average. And as you may recall, over the last week or so, we've been below average. And we'll take a look at a map, a graphic on that in just a minute. As far as temperatures, though, for records, we're nowhere near breaking any records, but 77 set back in 1991. As far as the temperatures today across the area, generally upper 30s. to about the middle 40s across the area. Lake Monticello and Fork Union warm spots today, and Lala Putnam and Stanton reporting 46 degrees today. Valley Airport today came in at 39 degrees. Churchville at 41, the slopes at Wintergreen 30 degrees, and a lot of 44s just like yesterday reported in Troy, Scottsville, and Crozet, as well as Madison. So not a bad day. Temperature's going to warm up, though, it looks like. We're going to talk about departures from average, I guess, what we'll talk about, mainly on the east coast of the country, where we are, of course, below average for most of the first part of February, it looks like. And looks like as we go into Monday, we actually may break above average, so that'll be nice. We'll take a little closer look at the current situation. We have high pressure that's now sliding off to the eastern seaboard right now, and a little disturbance here back in the mid-Mississippi Valley and in the Ohio Valley as well, and that's bringing in a little bit of warmer air. That's why we saw winds out of the southwest for the afternoon this afternoon, and some clouds as well with that. We'll take a little closer look at the East Coast satellite picture, and you can see how we've just had that deck, that high deck of clouds just in over the Piedmont area for us for today, and that'll continue to stream in the overnight as this low pressure moves to the north and east. It'll keep clouds in overhead tonight. So for that reason, we'll expect to see temperatures not quite as cold as we saw last night. We got an upper teens and some cooler spots to lower 20s. We're expecting middle 20s for the overnight tonight, so not a bad night shaping up. As far as the forecast for tomorrow, we're going to have yet another cold front that's going to pull through for the day, especially during the afternoon tomorrow. So we're calling for increasing cloudiness as we go through the day. Temperatures, again, not bad tomorrow. I think this map's a little optimistic, but we're going to call for upper 40s for the valley to near 50 degrees for the day in Charlottesville. So we'll take a look at Tuesday. Tuesday, again, not a bad day. High pressure in control of the area, and again, all this moisture and low pressure system moving off south and east of us, so we shouldn't have any bad weather to report. However, Tuesday is going to be a cooler day, much cooler, with temperatures on the order of middle to upper 30s for your Tuesday. How's the overnight going to shape up? We'll take a little closer look at that. 25 degrees tonight, and again, partly cloudy skies due to that disturbance off to our west. Winds will continue out of the southwest for the overnight hours. For the day tomorrow, not a bad day to start the work week. 49 is what we're calling increasing clouds throughout the day. Breezy and warmer as well, with winds continuing out of the west for the day tomorrow. Valley conditions for the day, 47. And again, AM sunshine, variably cloudy skies by afternoon, and winds continuing out of the west at 15. Let's take a look at the 5-day, folks. Not a bad 5-day, although we were talking about possibly some precipitation for Friday, but it looks like we're going to move it back to Thursday with a chance of rain, and temperatures above average for most of the week, so not a bad week.
We could use a little above average.
That's right.
Okay, thank you, John.
Thanks, Meredith.
Up next, many of us hope to age gracefully, but how will new technology affect the quality of life for older Americans? Plus, Jane Fonda to Richard Simmons and step aerobics to Tybo. Take a look at fitness past and future when we return.
Brian Collard here for Authentic American Collectibles. If you didn't already know, American money is changing. Over the next 10 years, 50 new quarters will be issued by the U.S. Mint. For the first time in history, there'll be a quarter to represent each of the 50 states. To celebrate this historic event, we're making available 5 new state quarters in mint condition and a unique way to display them. It's called the First Quarters Map, and it's a great way to display these coins. The first 5 were Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. These 5 will never be minted again, but today you can receive 5 new state quarters in choice, brilliant, uncirculated condition. 5 new quarters will be issued each year for the next 10 years. New coins will be available at your local bank. Eventually, you can own all 50 highly collectible coins. The First Quarters Map is a genuine limited edition collectible display board. There's a designated slot that safely secures each coin, and the map is color coordinated for easy reference. It even tells you when new coins will be issued. Each map is individually numbered and comes with a certificate of authenticity. It's great if you're a first-time collector or if you've been collecting for years. When you order, you'll receive the display map, the certificate, and will also include the Authentic American Collectibles official guidebook, featuring information about each state, all for just $20. But call in the next 60 seconds, and to jumpstart your collection, we'll send you your first 5 state quarters absolutely free. That's right, you'll get all 5 in mint condition. Remember, once these coins are minted, they will never be minted again. That means you'll receive the First Quarters Map, the certificate and guide, plus your first 5 quarters in mint condition, all for just $20. Supplies are very limited, and we can only guarantee this low price if you call right now. Here's how to order.
To order your limited edition First Quarters Map for only $20 plus shipping, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-941-9955. That's 1-800-941-9955.
How's it going? Want to Here you go, Mrs. Wallace.
How is our weather shaping up?
Well, Nicola, look for the clouds to bring in another shower before a high-pressure system.
Thanks, Will.
Lots of pretty. Naturally inquisitive. Cats are the most intelligent.
Hi, Mr. Coleman.
Thanks, Will.
Sorry.
Local television reaches more people in the community, so use local TV and get your message out there.
The search for the fountain of youth may soon be over. Recent research suggests scientists may soon be able to do anything from curing disease to growing human organs. However, some experts say living longer may not bring a better quality of life. Using embryo cells that hold the genetic blueprint for all parts of the body, scientists say in 10 years, that number could explode to 200 years and make important improvements to medical complications.
And any decisions that are made about treatment options or anything else should be a reflection of attention paid to what the quality of the individual's life would be.
In order to make these kinds of breakthroughs that we're talking about, people are going to have to be subjects of experiments that will not do them any good.
One thing experts agree on, exercise and a good diet are best for short-term quality of life. Even though it's a new millennium, many of you may have made the same old resolution to get to the gym and get in shape. But what does it mean to exercise today? And how about tomorrow? Holly Furfer has some ideas.
Remember when exercising looked like this? Now it looks like this.
The gyms of today and the future could be like an Olympic village. They have weights. There's a lot of personal trainers, coaches. They have all forms of equipment. They have track. They have swimming. There's always enterprising people and the smart people, and it will create bigger and better gyms.
One of the first to emphasize the importance of fitness and physique, Joe Weider built a multi-million-dollar empire on the introduction of the barbell in 1940. Since that time, he's continued to shape the world of fitness, moving from barbells to workout guides, supplements, and information. Today, he's one of many who keeps a finger on the pulse of exercise in America. There are now specialists, physiologists, and councils monitoring what we want and need from exercise.
Programs such as martial arts-based fitness programs, we'll see a flattening out of those rather than a continual rise in those programs and an increase in personal training.
Less popular aerobics will give way to adventure workouts, especially those that help connect the mind, body, and spirit, already reaching new heights. Exercise programs will be geared more toward older adults, and programs will be customized to individual users. Many fusion workout centers will be found at airports, grocery stores, even laundromats. This new machine is hooked up directly to the internet, so you can take care of business while taking care of your health. Home gyms will be a standard feature of new houses, as common as the bedroom or kitchen, say the experts. And exercise will become a regular part of treating diseases such as diabetes, high cholesterol, even depression.
We were made to exercise.
Experts add our lives continue to become filled with modern conveniences, and it will be even more critical to follow an exercise routine in the decades to come.
Life is movement, and without movement, there's no life.
Holly Furfer, CNN, Atlanta.
Up next in sports, it's North America versus the world as the NHL All-Stars clash in Toronto. But could the North Americans avenge last night's loss in the skills competition? Gary Cope joins us with highlights next.
Babies sell. But at Phillips Warehouse Sale, our incredibly low prices do the selling. And whether you're starting your own business or upgrading your business, you can't beat the selection and low prices of office supplies and furniture at Phillips. From bookcases and desks to lateral files and much, much more. For a great selection of all your office supply needs, stop by Phillips Warehouse Sales, Route 29 North, Ruckersville.
Come see what Grandpa got off the truck this week.
Put your name on the line. It means something. That's what Jiffy Lube Signature Service is all about. We put our name on the line every single day. It's our guarantee we did the job right. Jiffy Lube Signature Service. More than an oil change. And we offer quality Pennzoil and Quaker State products.
Visit Jiffy Lube locations at Route 29 or Pantop Shopping Center in Charlottesville and Greenville Avenue in Stanton.
The Valentine difference. You know, most jewelers acknowledge the 4 C's of diamondology: cut, clarity, color, and carat weight. But at Andrew Mitten Jewelers, Tim Taylor, sales manager, would add a fifth C, just as important, customer. What are the customer's requirements? What are his needs, his budget? At Andrew Mitten Jewelers, our diamonds meet the finest of the 4C standards, but it is always our goal to know and satisfy the needs of the fifth C, our customer. Customer satisfaction, Valentine's, and Andrew Mitten Jewelers. They go together at Seminole Square.
For only $29.95, let weight loss forever change your life.
So how much weight have you lost?
120 pounds, half of myself.
I lost 87 pounds in 4.5 months. No dieting. I didn't have to worry about inconveniencing myself at all.
This program has been terrific for me because I'm a single mother, and I've tried other programs before that had you weigh things and count things, and I have 3 boys. I don't have time to do all of that.
Call Weight Loss Forever now and get started for only $29.95.
Look over this mailer and check out the coupons for great discounts and free services from businesses all over Central Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley. Then try and find the hidden Millennium numbers. Fill out the center page check, and you'll be entered for 2 special drawings. You could win a diamond and sapphire necklace or a lady's diamond watch from Andrew Minton Jewelers at Seminole Square Shopping Center. Watch for the Andrew Minton Jewelry drawings on February 11th and 14th.
Well, I was flicking the channels as I was getting ready for work this afternoon, and I tuned into the NHL All-Star Game, and the introductions, they had lasers, high techno music. I mean, it was really kind of flashy, like an NBA game.
Well, you know, the opening of the All-Star Game takes half an hour itself. Just,
right.
You know, the game time's supposed to be at 2:30. It actually doesn't start till 3, but, you know, that's all the modern.
It's the hoopla.
Exactly. They got to sell it. They got to sell it. Add time. Well, since moving to North America versus a world format 3 seasons ago, the World All-Stars have dominated the skills competition while the North Americans have controlled the game. Well, if last night was any indication, North Americans would be in good shape for another All-Star Game win. To Toronto we go for the 2000 NHL All-Star Game. Ray Bourque playing his 18th straight All-Star Game. First period, the world threatening. Dmitry Yushkevich deflection hits the post, but Pavel Demitra is there to put it home. 1-0 World. Second period, it was just not good for the North Americans. Pavel Bure rips a slap shot from his brother Valery Bure. 5-2, talk about world domination. North America didn't give up. Tony Amane of the Hawks scores off the rebound. Ray Bourque assisted, setting an all-star record with 13 assists. But it was World who won this one thanks to Pavel Bure and his hat trick. That means 3 goals in 1 game. The 11th all-star hat trick by the 10th different player. Bure gets the MVP and the car as the World wins for the first time 9-4. How about some ACC hoops action on a Sunday afternoon? Tar Heels and Tigers from Clemson, South Carolina. Second half, Chris Lang gets the ball inside. Hook shot and the foul. Turned out to be a 3-point play. UNC up by 10. More Tar Heels. Jason Capel, I hear he's pretty good. Buries the triple. Carolina up by 13 midway through the second half. UVA fans will remember Will the Thrill Solomon. He torched him for 43 points. Here he drains a 3 against UNC, but it was not enough as Joseph Forte goes strong, Forte strong, to the hoop, sinks the jumper, and the Tar Heels win 73-60. More ACC hoops from Maryland. Terps coach Gary Williams, well, he has issues. First half, Justin Gainey drains the 3-pointer from the wing, and the Wolfpack led 15-2 over the 24th ranked Maryland Terrapins, but back come the Terps. Juan Dixon pulls up for the short baseline jumper, 22-7 pack. Then it's Ronnie Baxter. Gets the reverse layup to go, draws the foul. Late in the second half, Lonnie Baxter led the Terps from down 6 with 3 minutes to play to a 78-73 win over NC State, and there's now a 4-way tie for second place. The Virginia Cavaliers lost to Duke for the second time this season Saturday afternoon. The second game wasn't nearly as close as the first one, however, as the Cavs fell behind early and never got back in it. 3 Duke players scored more than 20 points. Carlos Boozer and Chris Carroll had 25 each, while Shane Battier finished with 21. But it was a Virginia Cavalier who led all scorers, believe it or not. Donald Hand definitely had the hot hand, scoring 27 points in the 106-86 loss to the Blue Devils. Hand was the only Cav that played well throughout the entire game. He was on when everybody else was off, hitting 10 of 17 from the field, and Hand was effective from everywhere, hitting from outside as well as driving the lane for some tough baskets inside. Duke was able to shut down Chris Williams, Adam Hall, and Travis Watson, but they couldn't solve Donald Hand. The Cavs took the loss in stride, focusing on finishing up their 4-game road trip with a win at Georgia Tech on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's definitely not the end of life or whatever. We just have to continue to have a lot of confidence and just stick together. That's a big key, because we could easily fall apart after this loss. Hopefully we show a lot of character leadership or whatever. We just stick together because it's not the end of the, like I said, it's not the end of the road for us. We just have to continue to get better.
Well, it's very important to bounce back because we need these wins. We need every win we can get in order to get into the NCAA tournament. So we're just looking forward to getting some more wins under our belt and getting into the tournament. We should be fine.
Now for a look at some final scores and start times from college and NBA hoops. Well, because of inclement weather, today was not the final round of the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. This is Ken Griffey Jr. He is the amateur. He's a golfer, but he plays one on TV. Yeah, I really messed that one up. Junior approach shot on 12, just like I messed up my golf game. Just short of the green, not too bad. How much longer will he play for the Mariners? Who knows? Vijay Singh headed into Sunday's round as a leader, threatening to bring Tiger Woods' streak of 5 straight tour wins to an end. Tiger, long birdie on 12, didn't go, and that's Ray Romano literally on the beach until he gets driven off by the waves. Final round is set for tomorrow. Finally, Davis Cup tennis, USA down 2-1 to Zimbabwe. In overall matches, had to win their final 2 matches Sunday to win the tournament. Andre Agassi played the first game and took care of business in the near court, awaiting the serve. Backhand winner off the serve, setting up the match point. Agassi, shh. Makes Byron Black do some fancy running, but it wasn't fancy enough. Agassi puts him away. The win gave the Americans a 2-2 tie, but Davis Cup rookie Chris Woodruff, who replaced the injured Pete Sampras, his first event as a Davis Cup player, he went on to beat Wayne Black in the 5th and deciding set to give the USA a 3-2 win. So they came back from 2-1 to beat Zimbabwe.
Would not have been a good thing to lose to Zimbabwe.
No, it wouldn't have.
I don't think I can say that word twice.
Zimbabwe. Say that 10 times
No,
fast.
I don't think I can. That's tough. But yeah, it would not have been a good thing.
No, and just to let you know.
John McEnroe.
No, especially in his first term as the Davis Cup leader. And of course at 11 o'clock, NFL Pro Bowl game.
Okay.
One more All-Star game today. We'll have highlights of that.
Okay, great. Thank you, Gary. We'll be right back.
There's so much to see with thermal swing.
All the benefits we bring to window technology.
I'm Andre Viette in the garden for Thermal Swing, the windows that swing in for the easiest cleaning ever. Vinyl replacement windows come in 2 choices, tilt windows or thermal swings. For maximum security, a lifetime of convenience, and unsurpassed energy efficiency. Learn why we say the swing is our clear advantage. Call Thermal Swing toll-free at 1-877-T-SWING-1. That's 1-877-T-SWING-1. And you'll have more time to spend in the garden, and that's a clear advantage too.
The swing is our clear advantage. Thermal swing.
You're a capable person. You can change a flat tire, preside at a board meeting, drive a truck. Let's face it, some things are best left to the experts. How to pack china or move the grandfather clock can be a problem. The Moving Man offers solutions. With full state and federal authority, the Moving Man offers same-day or next-day service. For a single heirloom or a household, watching us work is a moving experience. Call the Moving Man at 295-0999.
Monday morning, get connected with the news you need. Dateline 29 News at sunrise.
Only 20% of Americans exercise enough to meet the recommended amount of weekly physical activity. Hello, I'm Beth Duffy.
And I'm Bill Duvall. Coming up on our Medical Monday report, we're going to tell you about a new fitness theory that will get those couch potatoes off the sofa and onto the treadmill. So join us Monday at sunrise.
Make the connection Monday morning. Dateline 29 News at sunrise.
Closed captioning for this Dateline 29 newscast is brought to you through a grant from Wolf and Farmer, attorneys concentrating in Social Security disability cases.
Coming up tonight on Dateline 29 News at 11, Mormont Orchards in Orange County is changing hands, and the sale could signal a decline in the number of pick-your-own fruit businesses in our area. We'll tell you why tonight at 11. And let's take one last look at wake-up weather.
Yeah, heading out for tomorrow. Rushing the kids off to school. It looks like partly sunny to mostly sunny skies in the morning. We'll see increasing clouds. And look at those temperatures, folks. May break 50 degrees tomorrow.
And that's what we've been talking about as far as getting that snow melted off the roads, because it still is on the roads.
That's right.
Do you think that'll really make a big difference if we break the 50 mark?
It should. Sunshine, it'll help too.
Okay.
And Gary, how do they score that ball in the water there? How do they do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Tonight at 11, we'll have the answer. All right, thank you so much for watching. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you tonight at 11. Good night.
Good night.
Hillary Rodham Clinton makes it official. She's a candidate for Senate and ready to rumble.
Now I know it's not always going to be an easy campaign. But hey, this is New York.
In Northern Ireland, new damage to the peace process, the first bombing in more than a year. And the book which will set off political squabbles in Washington, battle lines over the bottom line.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News, reported by John Siegenthaler.
Good evening, everyone. Hillary Rodham Clinton made history today, becoming the first First Lady ever to run for public office in this country. She made it official, announcing her candidacy for the U.S. Senate seat in New York, a state where she has lived for about a month. NBC's Andrea Mitchell has our report.
Hillary Clinton is trying to start over today, even after 7 months of campaigning. This big rally in suburban New York, an attempt to reintroduce herself to voters still not sure why she's running for the Senate and why from New York State.
I may be new to the neighborhood,